What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 21st of March, heading into the end of this month, 2023. Another month has almost gone by. We are into spring now. Today, we are going to look at Flare Network. Daily chart of FLR, ticker symbol FLRUSDT. KuCoin is the data here. It's right here. Flare Network / Tether. Couple things here I see on the chart, guys, is the RSI down at the bottom here. The RSI, the relative strength index, has crossed over and is trending higher. That is a very good sign to see. The RSI, the price, we are back above, let's see, 2.6 and 2.79, green and blue below the market price support. We have moved higher. We are finding some resistance at our 3139. That's this green line right here. You might ask, how are we finding resistance there? Well, take a look at the candle from the 19th of March, and then take a look so far at today's candle, the 21st of March. What are both of those candles doing? Both of those candles have big wicks all the way up, and then I've pushed back down below our 3139 level. So today we could easily close above that, and that would be good because that would be support. But for right now, that is current resistance. Also, there is some resistance at our 3.3 and 3.4 levels right here. The price did get up there actually and also pushed back down. That's where this wedge came in as resistance on the 14th as well as the 13th of March. They came in, the candle wicked up to 33 and 34.10 as those levels. So what do I see here for Flare? So from the bottom, if anybody who bought down in here, currently off the bottom, 33 or so percent move, that Flare is up off that bottom. Couple things that could take place here for Flare. And if we take a quick look at Bitcoin, we'll come back to the Flare chart in a moment here. Bitcoin seems to be holding its own quite well. We spoke about Bitcoin potentially getting ahead of itself and either one, pulling back, creating a higher low, or two, just kind of chopping around sideways before resuming its uptrend. Doesn't mean it's not going to break out to the upside. We still have a $30,000 target up here that could easily be hit very quickly. The price is at 27.7. But what I'm looking at is the RSI is starting to get into that lofty territory. Plus, we're sitting at a resistance level at 28,249. RSI has been much higher, though. We have seen the RSI up into the 89, basically the 89 level. And the price continued to go from, let's see, 20,000 up to 25,000. But the RSI actually, we had an RSI divergence, which was taking place back in February. And what does that mean? That means the price is rising. The RSI over here already reached its peak. The RSI, starts declining as the price is still increasing. That's an RSI divergence that's leading us to believe that a pullback should take place. And we had this sharp sell-off from 25 down to 19 or so thousand. And then we rallied. So we're keeping an eye on the price. Resistance at 28,249. Next price target above the market, 30,234. Keep an eye on RSI. The price could, like I said, do what it did over here. easily rise up to 30 or plus, and the RSI might peak, and then perhaps it starts to do a divergence as the price is increasing, and that is an early warning sign of a pullback. Let's get to Flare while you're on this video. Guys, welcome to the channel. Appreciate all of the 1,754 subscribers. Great community here we are building. So we have our wedge up, our pullback, and we have rose 30+%. Two things that could take place here. One, so this isn't much of a pullback. This is kind of a wedge. So this is kind of wedging up, kind of like here, which is a concern because potential for that to break down is relatively high. Doesn't mean it's going to put in a new low for the price. It could easily stop down here at one of these two price levels, which would be 27.90 or 26.95. That's a possibility. So that would give us a higher low, and then we would be looking for a follow move to a higher high. Another scenario that could play out here. So that would be more of the pullback scenario. We could also be in for a blast to the upside, taking out our high of this move here, which would be on the 14th. That high is 34.26, right around our 34.10 level. And it's almost gotten there on the 19th and on the 21st. Or these are big candles, guys. This thing is ready to blast higher. So that next scenario we could see is just that straight move up, taking out, putting in a new higher high, getting us above 34.10. If Bitcoin rolls over, so we have scenario one is pull back to a higher low, or anywhere in here would be a higher low. Scenario two is blast up, creating a higher high. Scenario three could be taking place right now because we don't have a higher high yet, is we have our move down, we have our lower high, and then we get our lower low. So that is a big bear trend to the downside that could take place if Bitcoin gets crushed. But if this is, and so far it is, our higher low, it's not perfect because it's wedging up. Ideally, you'd want to see it wedge the other way. And then we get that breakout to a higher high that takes place, which could take place today. We'll see. Then we have that change in trend back to the upside. So there's not out of the woods yet, guys, for Flare. There is some work to do to the upside. The price needs to prove itself. So far, it's proving itself quite well. We are back in a short-term uptrend, but we need that longer-term trend change to the upside. So we need a higher high to show up here. And so far, we don't have that. We have a higher low. We have a higher low. We don't have a higher high yet. But the RSI is telling us that the price is in our uptrend, and the RSI has a long way to go before it can get overbought. So that is a good thing. Depending on what your outlook is for Flare, if you are a very long-term holder, then these are probably dirt cheap prices, and you're getting a very good deal, especially if you picked up down in these on this big sell-off where the price was down 21%. Incredible. We've seen big moves. For example, here's a 21% move right here. We did a video about Bed Bath & Beyond last night. That was down 21% as well. I believe it was 20 or 21% it closed. Yeah, 21.12. So there are some crazy moves happening in the markets, cryptocurrency, and the stock market. So guys, let me know. And actually, real quick, before we wrap this up, keep in mind that all of these lines on the chart above the market are potential targets and resistance levels. So just like the price has wicked up to our 3410 and then our 3352, I believe it is, or 33352. That's how these would work up here. They're just at higher prices, same as below. So keep that in mind. That's why all of those lines are there. You would use them as a guideline as the price trades. You guys have a fantastic Tuesday, the 21st of March. Enjoy some springtime. Looks like we're actually getting some pretty warm weather this week, depending on where you're located throughout the country. If you're in the U.S. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments on Flare Network. Stay posted. We actually have a video coming out on some free cryptocurrency that XRP holders will be receiving, and perhaps, if I'm correct, Songbird holders as well. But definitely XRP holders will be getting the airdrop takes place, I believe, this Friday. So keep an eye out for that free cryptocurrency for XRP video holders coming up, guys. Thanks again. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. And you guys, be careful out there in these volatile markets, but hopefully you're doing okay out there. Keep your risk to a proper place, and you'll be able to trade and or invest another day. All right, guys, take care.